everybody. I'm Lexcana from Luxury Gaming, and I'm here with
Alex Hansen.
And how did you do today?
Top 64.
That is
top 16. Jeez, top 64
to
start, and then top 16. Yeah, knocked out. So
that is amazing. Congratulations on your secure to Continentals.
thank you. Yeah.
And what colors did we play?
Amber Steel.
Ooh, okay. Let's see your deck.
All right, awesome. So it's not a traditional Amber Steel. So we start with 2 Nalas.
We like some spice.
Yeah. So the Nalas came, I think, in Vegas from Boomy. I think Boomy was running them in Vegas, and I really liked it for like Rapunzel value. So after like turn 3, everyone is afraid to quest with 3 attack characters just because you get just max Rapunzel value off Nala. So a little spice in there for a 1-drop. And then we move on to the typical 4 of Cinderellas.
Some people say this is the best card.
It's the best 1-drop in the game still. I hate Diablos, but this is still the best 1-drop in the game. So that's a staple. And then I geared my Amber Steel more toward dealing with red-blue. So we got the 4 Daisy Ducks to really get the aggro side of the 1-drops going. So that's really critical for all the red matchups, and it's also a really good Rapunzel target. So.
Now, do you like giving your opponent cards? Are you worried about that at all, or not really?
It depends on the matchup. So like red-blue, I'm not overly worried about it because they have so many actions, items, and stuff. So the math on it isn't like horrible. But if you know you're going against like a more character-heavy deck, it's definitely a decision if you want to quest or not. So you gotta really make that choice if you want to give them the card or not, because it kind of sucks.
Because, like, if you're questing with the Daisy in a hyper aggro deck, you're giving them a lot of characters sometimes.
Oh, yeah, definitely don't do that in hyper aggro. It just sits on the board and just pings things for 1 then. So it becomes just a little annoying card at that point.
Now, if you have a Nala or a Daisy Duck in your hand, which one are you playing turn 1?
Between those 2, probably Daisy.
Okay.
Just because it's the most aggressive. But then turn 1 Cindy's always hard mode for Cindy almost, and then between those 2 probably Daisy, just because you can also just be annoying with the 1 damage. That way someone can't quest a Chernobog followers and then leave it on the board. So
okay.
Yeah, and then after that we got 1 more 1-drop. We got the 1 of Fire Cannons. Used to have 3, but my Inktables were a little heavy, so we switched those to 2 Babooms. So we got 1 Fire Cannons and then 2 Babooms. And those are for really just Emerald Steel, taking out Diablo before it goes to Cove.
Very nice.
Because everyone hates Diablo. So.
Yeah.
And then moving on with more aggressive cards. So we got the 4 of Pidlets. And this is obviously just if your opponent misses a 1-drop and you're between Smee and Pidlet, probably Pidlet is the way to go. You just want to put match pressure on early because that's what this step is really geared toward. I don't really want to get in the late game with anyone, so Pidlet's a really fast option. And then we move on to the 4 Smees. So again, Smee's one of the best cards in the game. A 3/3 on 2, quest for 2. It's a very sticky card, and I really like it. And it has value with Rapunzel too.
Are you always trying to play Smee and Piglet together so that Smee doesn't get the damage, or are you okay with Smee like kind of dying by its 3rd?
It kind of depends if what you have in the hand. Like if you have Rapunzel in hand, I won't play the Piglet because I want the damage on it. And it also depends, I guess, what matchup you're in. Like in red, I don't want my Piglet to die to Brawl. So if I don't have like a Pete in my hand to play after the Piglet, I'll probably play the Smee. That way they just don't Brawl my Piglet, and then I'm just kind of SOL on lore for a couple turns. So
you would say Piglet's more like turn 5?
Yeah.
Because you need the Pete.
Yeah, exactly. So I like playing Piglet on turn 4 or 5 with Doc. So I'll play Piglet and Doc together, and by that point in time, hopefully I don't have a hand, and then I'll just draw 2 from the Doc, and it's too early to be prepped, so they have to do single target removal on the Piglet, and then that allows my early board to still quest and gain value there. So Doc is the most important card in this deck. It's the reason I'm not on traditional Steel Song. In Vegas, I saw a lot of people running around with like Amethyst Steel Doc and Emerald Steel Doc, so I thought we'll throw it into like an Amber Steel and see what happens. So yeah, that's where the Doc came from. The songs, I got 3 Bare Necessities. This was probably the hardest choice in the deck. I was running a couple more songs, and I really wanted to put more characters in, so I stuck to 3 bare necessities instead of 4. And it's just really important turn 6.
Turn 6.
Mainly just like beef reps, and then also in green steel, it's kind of nice early to either prevent like Shift Diablo, or if they drop like an Ursula, Deceiver of All on 3, you can bare necessities and hopefully take the song that's going to destroy your entire board.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so that's it for the 2 drops. And then we'll go to the 3 drops with 4 of Lawrence. Lawrence is the big boy. Quest for 2, can't die to Medusa, which is always a plus because everything dies to Medusa, it seems. So, so it's just really large. 4 butt's really important for Rapunzel. You can hit into the pesky 3 attack characters and Rapunzel. But yeah, just a really good steel card. And then we got 4 of Pete's. Really need to stop actions. So this is really good into red on turn 3 if you want your Piglet to live. It's really good in Emerald Steel or anything steel, obviously.
Turn 7, turn 6,
turn 6 as well. Yeah, hopefully I've won by turn 6. So like, I really like to play it early to prevent like brawls more than beef reps.
Oh, okay.
But it's really fun with Doc is sometimes you keep Doc in your hand for the last card, and you pay 2 for Doc, and you draw into Pete, and you're like, oh my god, I'm so good at the game. But Pete is just such a good card.
So now by like turn 4, how many like ink do you? I mean, how many lore do you expect to have with your kind of more aggro build?
By turn 4, I try to have like between 10 and 12. Which is pretty good. Sometimes the game ends at turn 4, just because you get like a dot hand with Cindy, so you storm their 1 and 2 drops, or like you kill their 1 and 2 drops, and then you're questing for 6 with Pidlet by that point. Yeah, you kind of gets away pretty quick. So 10 to 12 because you can kind of close out the game in the next 2 turns before you're threatened with a beef rep, even into like red blue. So.
Okay.
And then we move on to the song, more songs, the 3-drop songs. So we got the 4 of Strength of Rage and Fire.
Very typical.
Yep, and then we got the 4 of Let the Storm Rage On as well. Just for Cindy to sing. The other singers are potentially Pete and then potentially Blue, which is what we're gonna get to. So any of the 1 lore characters.
And Lawrence too.
Yeah, you can. I try to only do it with the 1 lore characters because it doesn't feel as a bit of a loss. If I have to, absolutely, I would sing it with Lawrence just to get rid of something that's really dangerous, like a Deceiver of All or something. If I have to do Strength of Rage and Fire or something like that, for sure. But hopefully, you're only singing with the 1 lore characters. That way, you can keep the questing pressure on with your 2 lore characters.
Is your goal to go also more wide?
Yes. Yeah, I want to go as wide as possible, just because beats really facilitate that going wide, and then into the red and red matchups. Typically, they try to 1-for-1. So the wider you go, the better it is, especially if you plan on winning before turn 7, or if your deck can win before turn 7. So, and then we needed some more actions that the 2-drop Ursula couldn't snipe. So we have 2 smashes. And their main target, again, is Ursula Deceiver of All. Mm-hmm. If she sticks on the board, you're kind of cooked. So, I had to go
know, yeah.
Yeah. So we had to run those. And then we have 2 blue. And this is just 2 guaranteed lore, essentially, which is really nice. Because oftentimes you'll get to that 16-17 range, and then they'll be prep. And then, you're just looking for a blue. You're just praying for blue. I ran 3 before, and you get too many hands with 2 blue in like an opening hand, or like you draw into a second blue when you had another one, and that's really dangerous because when you lose the board, sometimes you lose it too fast, and then blues obviously don't help you get it back. So you're kind of stuck with them just questing out, and the blues not being able to do much for you. So I think 2 is a good number, especially when we run a 1 of Hades.
Ooh, that's a little spicy.
Yeah, so the Hades is, I think, really good in this list as well, just because there are so many viable options for you to get back that you want to get back. You can get back Pete, you can get back Doc, you can get back Blue, you can get back a crap ton of things that really, depending on where you're at in the game, are really impactful.
A 1-drop Cindy Singer and play it possibly if you have 5 ink.
Yep,
you never know.
Exactly. If you just, like you said, if you just needed 2 threats to win the game, you just take the 1-drop Cindy, and you just slam it with Hades and say, I'm at 19, I have 2 lore on board, good luck,
Yeah.
So it's just got a lot of utility. And it's the same idea as blue with the Uninkables. Sometimes you would get 2 in hand, and it's just too much, and it kind of it makes the hand a little clunky. And then we have 3 Sven. This is the character that you can ready a character, and they can't quest or challenge, but they can sing, which is nice. I got the idea, I think, in Vegas. I forgot who I was watching in like a random side event, but they were playing Sven. I was like, oh, that's nasty.
Yeah.
Like, you can protect a Smee from getting damage. You can protect a Pidlet from getting run into. You can make your Cinderella sing twice to kill 2 things. Like, it's like a sneaky, nasty card, and the only reason it, well, not the only, but another reason it's really good is it's another 2-quester. So
you can also shut off Diablo.
oh, you can ready. Oh my God! Wait. Oh.
It's nasty.
Wait a second. Wait.
Really good.
Holy crap. Holy crap.
We learned that this morning.
I just learned it now. So yeah, that's insane. Holy.
Knowledge is power from the future.
Wait a minute. Maybe this stuff is still good in that set. Okay, hang on. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, that just reminds me when someone said that you can pop your own popsicle to heal opponents' damage, so they can't Rapunzel, and I was mind blown. So wow, okay, yeah, that's a good pro tip. Shoot.
Yep. Yeah, we got you, man.
Yeah, that's insane. Oh my God. I should probably read cards when I play them.
Watch our deck profiles.
Or do that. I will definitely be doing that from now on, for sure. And then we got the 4 Rapunzels. Very important to have card draw on the deck. Rapunzel is just a staple in Amber. It will always be a staple in Amber.
We actually also talked about potentially even damaging your own character so that you could draw.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're stuck with needing cards, damage yourself, draw 3.
You're back in the game.
You're back in the game, yeah. I heard drawing cards is good, and that's how you win the game. So it's really helpful when you can do that, yeah. And then we got the last 4. You have 4 beasts. Again, I tried to make the deck with 3 or 4 different kinds of draw. So we had the dots, the Rapunzels, the beast, and then the Hades is semi-card draw. So
now why no whole new world?
I really wanted to test the deck against red blue. I was tired of losing to red blue. Wheeling red blue is a death sentence. You kind of just bury yourself. So I tried to take those out, and then that's when we put the dots in. So we swapped the dots, and so instead of drawing 7, I draw 2, but then they don't get any. So I think it's
You're
okay.
More on the plus side than them.
Yeah,
all that matters.
So I'll take it for now, So no Navines, no Ariels, no Destons. So I tried to be a little sneaky with it, especially in Swiss when people, when you play turn 1 Cinderella, turn 2 Smee, they're like, oh, an Ariel's gonna come down and stuff like that, and then I go super aggro and it kind of messes up their game plan a little bit. A little different when they know your deck list, but. But yeah, in Swiss, it was a little sneaky, which was very helpful. Very helpful.
Okay. Do you have any shout-outs you want to give?
Just the people that came with me and always helped me out back in Columbus, Ohio. Christian, Joby especially. Nia was in our Airbnb. Really helped me play test the deck over the last month. And yeah, it was really worth the time, apparently. So, yeah.
Well, we'll see you in California.
Absolutely.
And thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you.